Okay, how are you? My name is Brandon D'Ambrosio, owner and founder of E-Commerce Automation, and I have a quick question for you. So the question is, how would you like to put some of your capital to work in order to own your very own online business without doing any of the work and making money every single month? Now that sounds like a really weird thing, and some of you are going to listen to that opening sentence and immediately pop off the page, but I encourage you to listen to what I'm saying. So, like I said, owning your own online business without doing any of the work, without having any experience needed, that's what I'm talking with you about today. So if you're an investor that has some money that you want to put to work and you don't want to wait 30 years for the stock market or 401ks, or if you don't have enough money to invest in real estate or buy like a brick and mortar business for $500,000 plus, then I may have something for you here. So I own a company called E-Commerce Automation. You're on the website, you can see it all over here. And what that essentially means is, that means that if you're an investor and you have some capital that you want to put to work, you can make an investment with us where we set you up with a e-commerce store that you own on Amazon's platform. And you can make this investment and make the cash flow every single month. And you need to have no experience required. You don't need to have products in mind. You don't need to have even heard up until this point that you can sell on Amazon yourself. You don't need to do any product research. You don't need to have a customer service team. You don't need to run you don't need to be an expert at running ads or any of these things. This is completely done for you system for investors. So I'm going to explain why this may sound too good to be true and why we actually do this so you can understand where we're coming from selfishly on our end and also selflessly opening this opportunity up to other people like yourself. So first of all, if you're unfamiliar with how Amazon works, about half or more of the sellers on Amazon of things you buy. So when you search on Amazon for things like a water bottle or whatever it is, about half of those results are from third-party sellers that are not affiliated with Amazon. What I mean by that is somebody like you that just wants to open up an Amazon store and leverage the massive amount of traffic within Amazon that Amazon gets every single day. And again, most people think that Amazon is selling all these products on Amazon, but it's not the case. Less than half or about half are being sold from Amazon. The other half, multiple millions of sellers online, just like you every single day, are making money and making sales on Amazon with their very own store on Amazon. So that's what we do. We talk with investors like yourself, and if you don't have any money to invest, I don't want to waste your time, so you should pop off the video and maybe share it with somebody that has the money to invest, and we can give you a referral fee or something like that. But I don't want to waste your time. This is an investment, and it is something where you need to be able to have capital that you want to put to work in order to actually make the investment and then actually make this cash flow every single month. So what happens is, if you do have the money and you're still on this video, great. You make an upfront investment with us, which by the way is covered by our money back guarantee, meaning if you don't ROI that full upfront investment with us, then you get your money back. And that's never had to happen in the past, but it's still there for your protection because we believe it's the right way to do business. Anyway, after that's out of the way, you just need to have some capital in order for us to be able to fulfill orders, order inventory, and scale up your store, because Amazon pays out every 2 weeks. So we need to be able to order inventory, fulfill orders and things before Amazon pays you out. So what happens is you make an upfront investment with us, you have some capital available for us for inventory and order fulfillment, and then we help you set up the Amazon store under your name. You own the store 100%. We have no ownership in the store, so if you want to sell the store down the road, if you want to keep running it down the road, whatever that is, if after a while you want to do something else on your own, you have 100% ownership with the store. And then we run that ongoing. So when I said before, you have no experience needed, you don't need to have a product in mind, etc. When we get you set up, we already have the products in mind, we already have the distributors lined up, manufacturers lined up, etc. to get you started very quickly. And we have the customer service team, the product research team, the operations team, the warehouses, all that stuff is already in place to run your store. And you'll see all the results down below. But my team has been doing this for a very long time. I've been doing this for a while. And the results speak for themselves. And we're very confident in the results we can get, of course. But what happens is you make that upfront investment. We manage the store for you 100%. And then we take a 35% profit share every single month. So what happens is, since you own the Amazon store 100%, all the sales get deposited to your bank account first. Then in the next month, we have a profit tracking sheet that tracks every single expense on the store and the bottom line profit every single month. You can see some examples of those on this page here, and it's a Google sheet that my team updates every single day. And what happens is you'll get to see that profit numbers. You'll get to double check it yourself in the beginning if you want to, if you're somebody that wants to double check things. And then in the next month, we'll just invoice you for the 35% of the profits, not revenue. So if your store is not making profits, which doesn't happen, by the way, if your store is not making profits, we make no money. So that's how the business works from A to Z. And I just wanted to handle one more thing because a lot of people have the question when I speak with them about this. The question is, if you and your team, this is coming from somebody else, coming from you on your side, if you and your team are so good at this, why wouldn't you just open up a whole bunch of Amazon stores yourself and scale them all up to massive numbers and keep all the money for yourself? Because again, we take a 35% profit share, but you're getting 65% of that every single month. So you get the majority of the profits every single month, and we're doing all the work on there, and you're just funding the business. So the answer to the question, it's a two-part question. Why don't we have a whole bunch of stores that we open up under our name and then scale them all up crazily? Well, it's very simple. Amazon does not allow sellers to have more than one selling account under their name. It's against their policies. So you would only be allowed to have one account under your name, so we wouldn't be able to open up tons of accounts under our business. Number one. And number two, we don't have unlimited capital to scale, right? We know what we're doing here. Teams been doing it for a while, but we're still human and we don't have unlimited capital in order to scale, tons of stores up. So we thought about this as a way where, and just to give you some transparency too, I used to be a customer of this industry. I was taken advantage of by some other companies with much larger investments and things like that. And I've seen exactly what not to do on the customer side. I've seen what not to do running the business and how not to treat customers. And now being a business owner, I've seen both sides of this. So if you invest with us, you're getting a really unique opportunity that nobody else can say. That somebody who was both a customer of a company that does what we do and also learned all the mistakes, learned how it feels to be on your end of everything as the investor, and learned all the mistakes, what to do, what not to do, how to run things properly, how to communicate properly, etc. And then took that into the business that I now own. So now I have that really unique perspective where I've seen both sides of it, which most people can't say. But going back to what I was saying before, again, we don't have unlimited capital scale. So this is a way for us to allow other people the opportunity to make an investment with us, to own their own business without doing any of the work and just to fund it, put their capital to work. We run it ongoing. So it's a win-win. It's a win for you because you're making an investment with us and you have a cash flow source that makes you profits every single month. And as the months go, it scales up more and more. We can do, depending upon the capital you have to scale, a few $100 in profit a month to tens of thousands of dollars in profit a month after your store scales up and everything. It's really all possible, but we wanted to open up that opportunity as a win for you, and then also it's a win for us because now we've diversified and we've taken our expertise, my team's expertise, the products, the distributors, the distribution, the operations, the warehouse, all that stuff in and gave that to a whole bunch of diversified stores. Not a whole bunch. I mean, we don't take on unlimited clients because we want to be able to, of course, provide the results rather than just taking a whole bunch of clients on not being able to provide the results. So we're very careful with who we take on. We're very selective and we only take on a couple of clients every single month. So if you're still seeing this video, that means it is available. But if you're interested in this, what I'd like you to do is click that button below and book a call with me. You're going to speak with me directly. And it's not a pushy sales call or anything. We'll just discuss your goals, the amount of money you have to invest, see if it's something that you something that interests you, any questions that you might have, and we'll see if it's the right fit. And if it is, and we still have spots available at that time for that month, then we can go ahead and bring you on board and get you started with your store. We start up stores very quickly. So again, that's why it's a win-win. It's a win for somebody like you because you're able to put your capital to work into an online business that you own, take advantage of this online space on Amazon. And it's a win for us because we can diversify and have percentages of a bunch of different stores and leverage investors' capital in order to scale up when we wouldn't be able to do that ourselves. Because again, we won't be able to open up tons of stores under our name and do it. So again, if you're interested in this, if this is something that interests you, I want you to go ahead and click that button down below and we're going to go ahead and have a conversation and essentially see if this is something that's right for you. But if you want to keep watching the video, if you're excited, if you want to talk with me now, go ahead and click the button. There's also results on this page. You can see all that. You can scroll down, etc. But also, I'm going to pop here into the second half of the video where I'm going to jump into my computer and do a screen share for you with a PowerPoint presentation. It's not going to be boring. Like I said, if you have your questions answered and you kind of understand where I'm coming from here and you want to book the call and discuss if this is right for you, just go ahead and do that. But if not, I'm going to answer a lot more of your questions, go into what the investment is, how much that is, all that stuff. We're not trying to hide anything or hold anything back from you. That's going to all be in that PowerPoint presentation where I'm going to walk through it with you, discuss every slide on there. This way you have a really clear idea of what the business is, how the model works, and to see if it's right for you. So I will see you inside there. But again, if you want to go ahead and click the button, you can. If not, I will see you inside of the PowerPoint.